What's up, guys? I'm back with a trade recap. Today is February 25th. In this video, I'm going to show you guys how I made $462 in literally 1 minute. But before I did that, I took two losses. So my P&L for the day was only $100 after fees. Here's my Tradovate account. It's not showing anymore, but it's only $100 after fees. So my balance on that is $29.50. But yeah, today I'm going to walk you guys through what made me take this long position today. And I will also briefly talk about the short that I exited way too early, kind of like an emotional exit. And I'm just going to walk through the day. It was definitely an emotional roller coaster for me. So yeah, we're going to be on the live recording for this video. And let me just move myself down here. So as always, top left is my P&L. Right above me is my live face cam. And before I start this video, if you guys like these recaps, please give me a like and subscribe to my channel. Also, if you guys want to connect with order flow traders, hit the Discord link in my description. So like I said, I took two losses before I took one winner, and then my last trade should have been a really good trade, but I got out of it emotionally. So I'm going to walk you guys through my first two long entries that failed. These were both based off the 5996 level. And essentially my whole bias for the day was to look for long opportunities. And honestly, in my plan, what I wanted to see happen was the overnight high be reclaimed. And that actually never happened. So I should have pretty much flipped my bias to look for shorts, but I didn't do that early enough. So let me just walk you guys through my first entry, I believe. So my first entry was at 841. My second entry was at 845. Let me just skip to those real quick. This is roughly where I took my first entry. I believe I'm literally taking it as we speak.
Order filled.
And what I was seeing that made me want to go long here was it seemed like price was bouncing off this 5996 level, and it seemed like buyers were about to step in. In hindsight, this trade could have had way better confirmation. I would argue that this was a trade I should have stayed away from in the first place. And once again, I should have never taken this long because it was not aligned with my plan. So this entry was garbage. I get stopped out in literally, I think 1 minute. So that was that. And then I tried it again at 845, same area. And I was pretty much reading the CVD and noticing there was a divergence here. I wanted to see buyers step in around the 996 level. So I was just looking for opportunities to get long. Now, in this particular case, I saw this activity happen right here at 993. So I read this as a large participant entering the market. Hindsight, that is not really a good read because you're going to see us, as soon as we get above this area, you'll see we immediately kind of go right back below it. And I believe I get stopped out of this trade in 2 minutes. So both my long entries today did not work out for more than 2 minutes, literally. So I took a long based off of this delta you see right here. This was my only
filled.
This is my only piece of context that I was really using for a thesis. And I was just reading these as buyers, but that does not necessarily mean they were buyers. But that was my thesis for this second long. So both of my long entries were not very high quality, and I should have stayed away from them, especially given that they were not really aligned with my plan. So if you guys are new here, my whole emphasis for my live account is to stick to my plan, my strategy, my rules. That's literally all I focus on. And today I did not really do the best job doing that. So those are the first two entries. I'm sure you guys know that today we had lots of selling pressure. So my long entry was at 855. And what you're going to see momentarily. So I'll stop us right here because this is where we develop some context. So you can see we get a little sweep from sellers right here. And that leaves some zero prints on the DOM. So whenever we see zero prints, in this case, we have one at 885 and 8475. So whenever you see a sweep cause zero prints like this, I'm either going to use these as a target for a trade. In this case, I end up using this as a target for a quick long. And then on top of that, if you didn't get a long to target this, this would offer a potential reversal point in the future. And what you're about to see is you're about to see me take a quick long as soon as I see significant buying step in, which is right here. You see some step in at 972. So you see some at 972. The reason why I took this long was because I was speculating that price was going to test that where that zero print was up at 8.5. So I didn't get the absolute best entry on it. I got an entry at 75.25, as you can see in the top left here. But I did have a solid thesis and I was following significant buying here. So I did kind of have a foundation to play off of. And then my stop loss was right below like 72.50 or something like that. So it wasn't that big of a risk. And my target was definitely closer than normal, but it was an opportunity that I viewed as significant. So here you're going to see, as soon as we start getting some buys here, my finger goes right on the trigger. You're going to see me move my mouse right to the exit at market in a second here. As soon as I see this pressure, I'm looking to get out of my 10 contracts right at where I said, right around 8.5. And my fill on that was at 84.50. So not a bad exit. Definitely more of a short-term trade. That actually lasted 1 minute long. And that was a 2.85 R multiple trade. I risked 162 to make 462. That happened in 1 minute. So after that zero print gets tested, my final entry on the day was a short entry. And essentially what I was basing this was, there was a CVD divergence right here. I was viewing this aggressive buying trend. I was viewing this as coming to an end, and it lined up with the zero print thesis. So you're going to see me, as soon as I see a little bit of selling volume, I take a short and I put my stop loss rate at 5.985 for I believe it's like a 2.5 or 3 point risk, right around a 3 point risk here. And I emotionally exit this trade, unfortunately, because we were about to have news and I was just not trying to have a negative day is really the main reason why I exited. So you're going to see, unfortunately, if I would have just let this trade on, which I never take trades off early, and I hate doing that. I definitely do not believe you should do that. I am more of like a TP or stop out type of dude. But I didn't do that in this case because of me straight up just being kind of just in fear of having a losing day or a losing trade. And because that happened, you're going to see me miss out on like a 30-point sell-off or something like that. So yeah, that was my day today. You guys had a good day. I really can't complain because the whole point of trading, this is my first time trading live funds, and all I care about is not blowing my account really and just sticking to more of a long-term outlook type of approach to it. So here's my monthly P&L. The account was roughly $500 at the beginning of the month, and now it's at 3K. So we definitely have a good return percentage-wise on the account. So I'm just really trying to finish the month out strong. My plan is to stick to trading 10 micros and just work on my exits because my exits definitely need some work. So yeah, if you guys like these videos, once again, subscribe to my channel, give these videos a like, a comment. If you are an order flow trader and want to connect with other order flow traders, hit my Discord link in the description, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.